Okay, so, you know, I thought tonight we'd done a bit of Penumbra, the tech demo of it, and I still kind of feel like doing some more spooky games. So, what with the sequel, the second sequel, I suppose you count it, now, I thought we'd go back and go through the original Amnesia game, The Dark Descent, because I haven't played it in like 7 years or something like that. Or no, maybe less, because when did it come out? I don't think it's been a while anyway. Let me just, can I do this in like a window or something? Something crazy like that. Okay, it needs to be restarted. Let me do that. Okay, and if I go here, get that, grab this, shrink it, like there we go. A more professional person would have gotten all this sorted out beforehand. Okay, as I've said, I have played through this probably like 3 or 4 times in the past. Not on stream. That would have been when it originally came out. And then I played through it maybe at least twice before after that. More as exploring than how the game did things than anything else. With how much time has spent between since the game came out and how familiar I am with what goes on in the game, I'm going to say chances are I'm not going to be too scared by it now. The monsters are the big deal in this game. Going back to when this game was initially released, Amnesia, more so than Penumbra, which even then, well, then was rather little known. I think Amnesia being successful made Penumbra quite a lot more popular than it was originally. Where am I going with this? The interesting point about Amnesia when it was released was the big deal the developers made about the monsters being not in your face, that you had to avoid them, and it kept them sort of under wraps for a long time. You only caught glimpses of them rather than being always in your face, because in this you don't have a means to defend yourself, so you have to run away from them or hide, and so you're sort of, you know, the scariness of the monsters is kept up because you never really got to see them. Of course, now, you know, look on Google and seen so many playthroughs of the game that the monsters are well known, and you all know what people probably all know what they look like. They're still creepy looking, and there's good design behind them, but you know, doesn't have the same impact as it did when it was released. Anything else I want to say about it, really? Can't really think of anything else. There's other things which I'll probably go into more. And this will probably just be Amnesia The Dark Descent playthrough. I don't think we'll do Justine, is it? Custom story. Is that there? Or is that only when you finish the game? Anyway. I think we'll just play on normal. Since I don't really want, like, you know, to die if sanity gets low and all that.
Don't forget, some things mustn't be forgotten. The shadow hunting me. I must hurry. My name is Daniel. I live in London at Mayfair. What have I done? This is crazy. Don't forget. Don't forget. I must stop him. Focus. name is... I am Daniel.
Okay. A memento has been added to your journal. J, or the Y button. For quick access to your mementos, press M. Make sure to check these whenever you get stuck. Yes, sure, we'll read our journal. Follow the liquid trail and find its source. Okay. Jeez, that mouse sensitivity is... No! Don't smooth the mouse. What is this? Blasphemy. That's a bit too high. Okay. That is maybe just a touch too low. Okay. There we go. I mean, I'm not playing a first-person shooter, but... it'll look good. And there's some blur on it. Is that something which is just temporary, or should I turn that off? Bloom, radial blur... smoothing, fraction, sepia. If the radial blur is just when you're going crazy, then I'm kind of fine with that. It's sort of motion blur constant, which I don't really like. Anyway, we wake up on the floor in a puddle of rose petals and pink stuff, pink liquid. And we can open the doors. Let me mentioning, we can see there is quite a few things similar to, well, I imagine it's running off the same engine as Penumbra was. So you can interact with doors by swinging them with your mouse. Though it's a lot easier to do in this game than it is in the tech demo of Penumbra. Go in here, and we'll pick up this tinderbox. We can light candles with them. I don't think we really will need to. Not on normal, anyway. Have a look around. More boulders. Great. And it's apparently raining outside. Oh. Come on, Daniel. Keep it together. There you go. It's got to say, it's like... the FOV is kind of weird. Things like stretch away when I look up. Oh no! It's a door. Just hide in the closet. Look at this. There's a hook. Also mistaken for a lever of some kind. Ah, we don't need to stay in there. Paintings. War paintings. I really should recognize them. But I don't. Because I am uncultured. There's another tinderbox. And a broom. You can throw it with right mouse. Yay. I don't really have much to say about this game, really. I mean, it's a horror game. I've played through it several times. More for my own interest than anything else. I mean, no. That statement doesn't make any sense. As I said earlier, sort of to figure out how the monsters worked in the game. This is going to be with spoilers in it, I suppose, for the way I'm going with this. And by this point, I think a lot of people have probably played through and seen the game, so there's not really much to, you know... I'm not really too concerned about spoilers in a game which is this old. But the game uses a number of sort of tricks to make things seem more Okay, control this crouch. More of a hazard than they actually are. It becomes hazardous later on, much more so, but early on, there's really no problem. Some of the things the game was later criticized a bit for was for having sort of perform action and then it becomes a problem. Then, you know, something happens. So I'm still being vague in this. I rather like the story of this. I haven't played through the more recent one. What's it called? Can't remember what the more recent one's called. Something. Yes, yes. Daniel, get up off of the floor. Blah. Okay. Now's not the time to do the dinosaur. Is there anything in here? Nope. Okay. From comments I've seen about the sequel of this game, people seem to say it's like mostly pretty good. Though it sort of starts slow, it gets better later on. I mean, this game starts slow. But it sort of, I suppose it more throws you into the middle of everything from the beginning, because you're sort of in a place which you're pretty sure is dangerous. Oh no! Beware. When standing in darkness, your sanity will slowly drain. Turn on lights in the environment using tinderboxes or search for other sources of light. You can see our vision is all twisting and warping around. It's got this interesting, like, filter over the top of it, which makes everything wavy. And this crunching noise? I'm not too sure what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be Daniel grinding his teeth or something like that. Or just the sound of him, like, panicking. Okay, let's go in here. Old archives. And we go through a transition. A fragrant taste of rose lingered in his mouth. Turkish delights, he thought, just like the ones at the consulate in Constantinople. I've never really had Turkish delights. I've had chocolates of them, but they didn't really faze me that much. Maybe they're not indicative of what the real thing is like. Witnessing unsettling events will reduce your sanity. It can be increased by completing puzzles and making progress. Oh no, bugs! Head is pounding and hands are shaking. Okay. Health. All is good. Fine. 2 more tinderboxes. I believe the game has a system in it where the more tinderboxes you use, the more appear. I remember something like that when the game was released. But I don't remember, like, if that... I can't remember whether that's really a thing or not. Okay, let's go back up. Oh no, it's all dark. This book will protect me. Or maybe this one. What's this book say on it? What's that say? Flanzenreich. Okay. So we've got whirligigs inside. Fine. Hey, it's a lantern. Yoink. You have picked up the lantern. When filled with oil, it can be turned on by pressing F or selecting it in the inventory. Okay. A hearty thunk by hitting the table with that. Let's say. Rego Vegetate. Vegetate. A chest, another tinderbox. More books. Can't pick up all the books, but it's nice having a number of them to toss around and all that. We can light these torches here if we wish. Eh. Open the door. Earthquakes. Okay. What's in here? Carpets. A broom. Lighting's pretty nice for it, for what it is. I don't think there's that much, like, real lighting. Physics are pretty good. Yeah, if we stand near the, furnace, Daniel will calm down a bit. So. Yes, it draws my attention to something on the table over there. A whole bunch of bottles on the shelves. Yes, I know I'm away from the light. Chair! Lamp oil. Fills it up a little bit. Actually, no, we have to use it, don't we, to fill it up. There we go. That. Let's read the note.
1839. I wish I could ask how much you remember. I don't know if there will be anything left after I consume this drink. Don't be afraid, Daniel. I can't tell you why, but know this. I choose to forget. Try to find comfort and strength in that fact. There is a purpose. You are my final effort to put things right. God willing, the name Alexander of Brandenburg still invokes bitter anger in you. If not, this will sound horrible. Go to the inner sanctum, find Alexander, and kill him. His body is old and weak, and yours, young and strong. He will be no match for you. One last thing. A shadow is following you. It's a living nightmare, breaking down reality. I have tried everything, and there is no way to fight back. You need to escape it as long as you can. Redeem us both, Daniel. Descend into the darkness where Alexander waits and murder him. Your former self, Daniel.
Okay. I think that's a good part of this game. It's sort of right from the get-go, you know you need to do something. That was so important, you told yourself that you needed to do it. And it's sort of, I suppose, you can't really argue with yourself. Okay. No mementos are available. Great. We have a slight headache. Anything else here? Am I forgetting something? No, that's just my note. My diary, nothing written. Mementos, no mementos. Okay. Can check it by pressing N. Okay, fine. Let's head out then. Where do we need to go now? I suppose just follow the hallway. Well, let's go back around this way. It won't budge. Okay. Let's go back around then. Did I miss a door? I think I missed a door. Hang on. Isn't there like a lever here or something? Yeah, there. Yeah. Oh, come on. Chonk. There we go. Yeah, we didn't see any change in our sanity, but it's there. Oh no, not the bugs again. Daniel. The other children cheered him on, his name voiced in a steadily rising pace, urging him to do it. Am I really doing this? The young boy thought and struck his victim with a rock. Peer pressure. To run, hold down left shift while moving. Yep. What? Oh.
Alexander, is it inside the castle?
In a manner of speaking. Come, bring the lamp. You've been to the refinery, have you not?
I don't believe I have. Is it connected to the... what did you call it?
The inner sanctum. My most precious chamber, Daniel. And it lies well beyond the refinery. In fact, it lies beneath the very stone of Brennenburg.
Okay. I guess we came from this way. There's the front door, I'm guessing. Can we go this way? It's very bright out here. Can we stay up here? Nope. Okay. Squish. 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 Okay. Fine. I wonder what that looks like from the outside. Hey! Oil and a tinderbox. Okay, what have we got to do now? Do I have any notes to do? No. No. Okay. Laboratorium Cellar Venaria. I think this is just like we need to go down here. But it's like they're called Fabrica Eloquatorum. Wham! Man, that door opens easily. Oh yes, we need to get through this, don't we? It is tough and pliant. It can't be torn by hands or tools. Probably just crawl through it. Fine. No. Some sort of organic tissue blocks the path to the refinery. Can it be dissolved? Pick up a rock. Yeah, it's like a big hole in the roof there. I don't know, I don't see something there. It's like something just tore through all the rock. What do you think? Okay. Let's go over here. Traveling to Dover meant going through Canterbury. He made sure to pay a visit to avoid the sense of guilt connected with the neglect of family. Okay. Noise has. Sounds.
Is anyone there?
I hear voices. Hey, look. Oh, these are fake chests. There's a tinderbox there. Ah. Get out of here. Hey, there's one. Another tinderbox. Calm down, Daniel. It's not that bad. Something splashing in the water. Oh no, what could it be?
There should be more coop racks. Let me see. And one part aqua force.
Okay. Hello. Welcome. Let's light this. Okay. Let's light this candle so Daniel will stop panicking so much. Just found out you had to set a power Y splitter cable. It can be used to potentially melt overtime. Is it with a cable from your actual pin? Extra cable clutter you don't see. Well, that's good to hear. Okay, let's take this chemistry pot. And what's this note? Early alchemy experiment. This is my third attempt to produce artificial vitae. The former compounds lacked the potency I need, but I sense I'm close. Calamine and orpiment are given, and the cuprite binds them well. This time I will attempt aqua regia instead of aqua fortis, in hopes it will produce a more even solution. The experiment was unsuccessful. The solution is highly acidic, or acid, and proves impractical to put to any use except as a detergent. Organic tissue reacts especially violent to the solution, and should be handled with the greatest care. I might be able to use the recipe, but I'm losing hope that I will find an alchemic solution to my predicament. Okay. Well, that sounds like we could make use of it. Hey, there's a little thingy in here. Whoa. One day I will return. If it wasn't for the thought of you, my love, I wouldn't be able to go on. When I find myself doing terrible things, I take comfort in you. As long as I am able to think of you and long for a life together, I know I am better than the others. I weep for them. They lust for power without restraint, where I only crave fair judgment and a safe return. That's enough. Okay, left click. This odd little device here is a save point. We save our game whenever we use that. It's actually a reference to Penumbra. That object shows up in Penumbra. I forget which part it is. But as far as I know, it's got pretty no more bearing on the story than just that. Potions! That is a sturdy potion. It didn't break. Sploosh. Anything over here? Some more oil. What's this say? Come on, stop shaking. Up. There's like earthquakes going on constantly. Delirium tremens. Vuturi applicandus. Okay. Something for helping with excessive alcohol consumption? The lack of a chimney to properly vent the fumes from my most recent experiments has taken its toll on many of my less stable ingredients in storage. Some seem unaffected, but many are stained by the fumes and will be difficult to salvage. I shall do what I can and move them to the wine cellar. Okay, looks like we're going to have to go there if we want some things. Or different chemicals that needed to continue. Chemical ingredients have been moved from the laboratory to the wine cellar. Evidence in the laboratory has revealed that combining 4 chemicals can create a powerful acid. Some sort of organic tissue blocks the path to the refinery, yet cannot be dissolved. Yes, we've read that. Okay. Daniel's got a heck of a throwing arm on him. Go over here. Baskets. We get hissing cockroaches. Ah! The bugs! Oh, hey! Something up there. Here I am just chucking things around. More oil. And there's some more oil. Calm down. Yeah, it lowered my sanity a little bit. Oh well. Yeah, heck. There's gunk all over the floor. Okay, let's go back up. I can't remember the first part where we're going to, the door slammed shut behind him and he knew he would never again see the old tailor at Berkeley Square. Another lone soul in London seemed appropriate somehow. I can't remember the first point where we're going to be, in danger. No. Let's go down to the wine cellar. It's locked and it will not open without a key. Okay. Find the key to the wine cellar. Sure. Is there anything behind here? No. Okay. Let's go upstairs. It's boarded up. It won't budge. We don't have a crowbar. This whole thing kind of reminds me of something from Skyrim. I suppose just old castle. Tabularium. Archives. I think if we go down there, we just end up back where we were. Let's go in here. He fell to the kitchen floor. Tears were beginning to well in his eyes as he received the first kick to in his stomach. Hazel remained hidden in fear she too would be punished. I can't remember enough of everything in this game to say how a lot of this is relevant. I think it might just be telling of a lot of sort of past things which have gone on. There's a whole lot of backstory for this, which, yeah, as I said, I can't really remember a lot of it. I remember the broad strokes, but pick up a tinderbox. Nothing there. Nothing in there. What's that? Full of bricks? Oh no, they're books. Okay. Oh hey. Wilhelm's contract. I hereby offer my full attention and services to Alexander, Baron of Brennenburg. This contract will reign for a total of 3 years when my freedom shall return to me. In addition, Alexander, Baron of Brennenburg, is to recommend my service at the Prussian royal court and within the sanctum of the Order of the Black Eagle. May no man break the seal. Wilhelm, House of Girish. Okay. Yes, sir. Daniel. That's Alexander. Another painting. A repeat. Go in here. Odd noises.
16th of May, 1839. The unflinching African sun has continued to plague our expedition, making it impossible to dig until dusk. How Professor Herbert managed to find the location in these vast plains of nothingness remains a mystery to me. When I asked him about the tomb again, he told me about the legend of Tin Hanan, the mother of us all. An interesting story in its own right, but I can't help feeling there's more. Later that evening, we uncovered a passage beneath the dunes leading to a sand-covered stone structure. The professor was confident it was the tomb we sought and ordered the others to clear the way late into the dark, cold night. Tomorrow, I shall lead the men into the ancient structure, hoping to reach the burial chamber. No matter what the professor is keeping from me, the dig should yield something interesting to take back to London and the British Museum.
Okay. I think that's more what the recent sequel which came out is focused on. From what I remember, A Machine for Pigs, which is the second one made after this one. Made by... Oh, what's it called? What was the company which made it? Was it like the Chinese box or something like that? I think it's only tangentially related to this, in that it shares a common element, but other than that, it's sort of its own self-contained story. But I think... Is it Amnesia Rebirth? Birth or something like that. Is the one which came out recently. Is more directly linked to this one. So as I said, I haven't watched or read anything about it, so I only know broadly what it's about. Shirts! Oh no. Come on, open the door. There we go. Libri Veterus. Veterus. Oh no, a book fell off the shelf. Oil, tinderbox, and I can hear a piano. I'm being very flippant with a lot of this stuff. That's how I don't get too spooked. Fine, Daniel will leave. Can't bring out a lantern, I suppose. Waste our precious oil. I don't think we'll be hurting for it. Yeah. If your sanity gets too low, it will have negative effects on you. I think you start seeing things which aren't necessarily there, which is kind of neat. Just a little bit of extra content that way. I like it when games do things like that. The door leading to local history room is locked. Is there another entrance? Okay. It's nice and bright out here. And there's a piano. Oh no. I said piano. That's piano. I said piano. I hear growls. I'll hold a chair. Come with me. Can we rotate this chair? I think in the number you could. Button I can hold to. Yeah, there we go. Holding down R, you can rotate an object. Whee. More paintings. Massive paintings. Oh, something sounds sad. Like a loaf of bread on the ground there. Blah. What are these giant bugs? Where do they come from? And another piano. How many pianos does a man need? What's in here? A scroll. More scrolls. More scrolls. They look like they have plans on them.
Much of the castle is old and hasn't been tended to for centuries. When the shadow arrives, it won't take long until things start falling apart.
We're just buying time anyway. Let's do what we can.
There isn't much to be done about the wards. We should reinforce weak structures. The ground will tremble and there's a risk everything will cave in on us, especially downstairs. Here, and there. Let's get the servants working on it.
Strange. We haven't seen any servants so far. This place seems to be completely empty. I can't read the writing. I think it's in Latin or something. Or piano. Yeah. Hey! Tinderbox. Let's go check that piano. Hello? Anyone out here? Nope. Okay. Just wanted to make sure. I remember certain events happened. Tabulate. Maps. Damn it. Where do all these boulders come from anyway? I mean, they're not like rocks used to make the place. They're too uneven. Whatever. Central Prussia. I guess this is where we are? I can't see exactly where castle would be if we are around here somewhere. Eh. What's here? A tinderbox. And there. A book. Ah.
The 17th of May, 1839. My hands tremble as I write. I feel a need to document my tribulation, for I fear that my memory will fail me if I linger. Today, I took some men and ventured into the dark, ancient passage we uncovered. Our torches burned faintly in the murky air as we slowly made our way underground. The men were superstitious and fearful. They argued loudly, and I felt their strange language getting to me. I mustered my strength and yelled at them to continue down the slopes and broken steps. The crudely carved passage confused me. It looked much older than the 4th century structure we had expected. The twisting path emerged into a great antechamber. The walls were lined with statues unlike any I'd ever seen. Despite their unearthly quality, I felt a strange familiarity toward them, which haunts me still. At the far end of the chamber, a great slab of stone sealed off whatever lay ahead. I gave the order to raise it, and as I pushed through the narrow space, the heavy stone suddenly dropped, sealing me inside. I was trapped.
Career archaeologists. Not doing things properly. Anyway. Okay, let's go back out here. Now, what was that noise? Now, there's been a cave-in. Must find a new way out of this area. Oh, really, Daniel? Oh, hey, there's something. Fragile, but not breakable by hand. Fine. Let's go pick up a rock. Actually, can't I... Isn't it possible to, like, break it with pretty much anything? Well, maybe not a piece of paper. Cram it through the hole. Can I, like... post it? No. Okay. I think we can use a book, can't we? No. Okay. Has to be specifically boulder. I vaguely remember you could, like... Or is it a chair? There we go. I mean, the chair is heavier than a book, but...
You have to be swift when you activate the first one. You hear that? If it stops, you'll have to start over.
Puzzles?
Isn't all this a bit excessive?
You can never be too careful, Daniel.
Okay. There is some sort of secret door mechanism in the local history room. Fine. How's our sanity going? Ah, it's a slight headache. Because we've been solving puzzles. Or oil. How's that oil? We have 6 bottles of oil. All right. Open. Case. Ah. There we go. Local folklore. Altstadt and Brennenburg Castle, 1801. Another region rich with lore is Altstadt, deep within the East Prussian woods. For centuries, there have been stories surrounding the hamlet and its neighbor, Castle Brennenburg. The quiet forest-clad mountains dressed with scattered lakes is as picturesque as can be. Albeit, the area is haunted by the dark. Ask any local and you will hear proof of the widespread superstition. All travelers should indulge themselves in such conversations, since it will certainly serve as exciting entertainment. All of them have their own twists on the tales, but there are some motifs that keep reappearing. The Gatherers. This story reaches all the way back to the time of the 30 Years' War. It is said that soldiers who abandoned their duty got lost in the cold dark woods and were forever damned to roam the grounds. Their bodies wrought by their tainted souls have left them disfigured and empty of essence. Many have cited them over the years and described them as horrid revenants. They move silently through the woods, shying away from any beholder. They are called gatherers, as they seem to follow some ambition to steal living creatures. It is their prey which can be heard struggling inside damp burlap sacks dragged behind them, which reveal their presence. What dark scheme do they follow? A visit undone. Heinrich Cornelius Agrippa, the well-known erudite, visited Altstadt in the start of the 16th century. He resided in the local inn for a fortnight as he looked for remnants of kingdom past. During his stay, all the prominent members of society paid notice, and he is mentioned in many records of the time. One day he went to investigate a burrow in the northwestern glades, only to never be seen again. Heinrich is known to have passed away in Grenoble some 10 years later. He dismissed the notion of ever visiting Altstadt, which makes you wonder what really happened. Who was this mysterious man who visited the sleepy hamlet in the woods, and what happened to him? The Immortal Baron. The Baron of Brennenburg lives a reclusive life with his family at his castle nearby Altstadt, and like most of those of noble birth, rumors are inherent alongside with the title. Researching the history reveals little before the castle was consumed by fire in the late 16th century. It was rebuilt by Alexander, a nobleman from the Rhinelands claiming the role as protector of the Prussian state. Alexander helped the region to flourish and remained popular throughout his presumed lifetime. The family has always been secretive when it comes to lineage and heritage. Therefore, the birth and death of Alexander and his offspring has never been fully recovered. This has fed the idea that the Baron is in fact the one and the same who came from the west over 300 years ago, lived through the time of occupation, and joined the coveted Order of the Black Eagle along with the great leaders of this country. Okay. Don't think that's important, that book in there. It's just a copy, like this one on the floor. They're all the same. Right. There we go. It won't open. It's locked. Chuck a box at it. Nope. Okay. Right, so... yeah, there's a book there. And... over... here is another book. Is there 3 books we have to pull? There's another one, yes. Okay. There we go. You just have to pull 3 of the books out in a short amount of time. We go into another study room. With a big wardrobe. And there's a key. What's in these drawers? Regarding closing of the Wine Cellar. Wilhelm and his fools have endangered my research long enough with their absent-minded handling of the human vessels. The sheriff is keeping a watchful eye on the forest, and is killing my trusty servants. It's just a matter of time until they follow the trail to Brennenburg. I need to lock Wilhelm and his men up to avoid further investigation from the public. The Wine Cellar will therefore be sealed off until the matter has been handled. Either the king's men leave, or they will starve. Whatever comes first, they can rot for all I care. Maybe I'll feed them some wine. It would, in a sense, solve both of my problems. Okay, we can pick up the blotter. Pick up the key. Hello? Oh, hey, someone opened the door for me. How nice. Anything around here? How is me chair? Oh, hey. How's it going? Hehehe. So, you know what I said earlier about the game? It does a pretty good job of, sort of keeping things under wraps for a while. It builds up atmosphere pretty good, but, what am I trying to say with this? Yes, yes. The, whole thing with the monsters is that there's a certain point where you become in danger, and times when they spawn... Ow! Damn it. It's tied to, like, performing certain actions. And, some other times, like that, it's all sort of window dressing. I remember people mentioning when the game first came out that it's a lot of sort of perform action, have thing happen, which is a pretty good way to cap off having completed a task, but it becomes a little predictable in that regard. And with the whole monsters thing, I don't really know where I'm trying to go with this. It's like, well, as you saw then, I ran towards the monster, and you look down the hallway, and there's nothing there. It's like, I suppose you could say Daniel was having a hallucination of one of the gatherers, right? That's what it is. So, it's like, but if you like run up, it's sort of like the illusion is broken a bit, I suppose. You have to try to touch the monster every time to make sure it's real. Oh yeah, absolutely. Also welcome. I mean, this isn't like groundbreaking stuff or anything like that. As I said earlier, there's like a certain point, I remember, where one will actually be spawned and you're in danger. I know there's another spot where this can happen. Well, I know of one spot where this can happen. I mean, it does a good job of building up the atmosphere. I'm not really criticizing the game of it. I suppose I'm just sort of describing things. Anyway, we got the key there. Go down to the wine cellar. The atmosphere is getting to me. I'm feeling a bit tense. It's still a spooky game. Let's go down here. Yeah, use the key on the door to unlock it. Okay, fine. There we go. The desert dunes were like waves in the sluggish area. While the caravan moved, the land appeared motionless, but in camp, the hills moved. Okay. Beware, when standing in darkness, your sanity will slowly drain. Turn on lights in the environment using tinderboxes or search for other sources of light.
Where did the Baron go?
Who cares? He left us enough wine to last us a lifetime. Or at least until tomorrow.
I'm sure nothing bad will happen at all. I feel like we're safe here as well. As it's been a while since I played it, but... Let's get this. What's this? Cuprite. Yes, stomping around. Can I pick up some pliers or something? Defend myself with the hammer. Nope. go in here. Yes, Daniel. Calm down. Controls also become more difficult when your sanity gets low. The mouse gets sluggish, which is... I like it. It's nice. Count on mine. I think that barrel was supposed to fall on top of us. Oof. Ugh. Damn it, barrel. It blew out my candle. No. Okay. Got this tinderbox. Got a plane here. Doesn't work. Another tinderbox. How are we going for oil? Barrel contains a few drops of oil. Refilled lantern. Yeah, well, that didn't refill it too much. Oh, right, this. We have to, like... pull these out of the way, don't we? Do we? Hang on. Oh, right, yes. I have to grab it, then move the keyboard. There we go. Holding right mouse button, you can give it a bit of an extra push. Yeah. With these boulders out of the way. I do like how handsy a lot of these puzzles are, or things you have to do are. It really puts you in, like, the environment. Okay. Come on, boulder. There we go. Doors are self-closing. Puddle of blood. Hey, we got out. What's this say? Oh, these are the runes which we're in. Okay. So we were in that room down there at the bottom, and also in that room. That's the tool room which we just exited. And there was the barrel room at the base of the stairs over there. Need to go into the wine room. Just this one up here. More blood. Knock knock. Anyone home? Damn it. Nope. Well, someone possibly was here. They've left bits of them on the floor, bits of themselves on the floor. We can touch it. Squish. Grab this. Anything inside? Nope. Come on. Grab it. Nope. Nope. We're behind it. Nothing. Okay.
What's happening? Oh, it feels like my chest is going to burst. Oh.
My God! Wilhelm, do something!
Accept it. We're not getting out of here.
How can you say that? Alexander, you piece of shit! Let us out of here!
It sounded for a moment there that the voice actor actually found an attempt at a German accent for a little bit. Pick up the tinderbox. There. Maybe it's not blood. Maybe it's just wine all over the walls. That's some heavy drinking. Just splashing it everywhere. Even ruining the paintings, the copies that we've seen before. Wilhelm's last words. My name is Wilhelm, House of Gerish. These are my final words, my confession and testament. 2 years ago, I was summoned to the Castle Brennenburg. As most of the aristocracy, I was curious about what this supposed Knight of the Order could want from me, and accepted the invitation. The Baron was friendly, and offered me a proposition. It dawned on me that the nature of the contract was sordid, and that the reason I was chosen was because of the follies of my past, and not the honours I've been rewarded with during my time as a soldier. I was to kidnap healthy humans upon his slightest whim, and do so without asking questions. In return, he would attest my character at the royal court, advancing my position within noble society. I would like to claim that I struggled with my decision, but it came swiftly, and I accepted wholeheartedly. Ever since that day, I've brought men, women, and children to Brennenburg. I can't remember the numbers, but there were many, perhaps even 100, none of whom were ever seen or heard from again. Tonight, the Baron invited me and my men down to the Wine Cellar to celebrate our work. I had my suspicions as we descended the stairs, but he insisted and joined us in a toast. The wine tasted fine, and my men drank without restraint. So begins the punishment for our sins. The Baron has locked us up and returned upstairs. Forgive me for what I have done. I was weak and fell into his diabolic ways. My men are screaming. Their skin has been pierced by their own tangled bones. I feel my insides revolt against their God-given nature. Blood had begun to pour from my eyes, and I can no longer... ... Longer what? Pick up Acro Regia. Okay. Is there something else we need down here? Oh, jeez. That oil uses up very quickly. Is there something else in there that we need? You know, I'm wandering around with my lantern now. Showing it off for everyone to see. Nothing behind there. Okay. Yeah. Have we been everywhere here? No. Over here. Okay. If an enemy is near, stay out of sight and hide in the darkness. Make sure to turn off your lantern, if possible. Okay. Gee, thanks, game. Lord Danham. Oh, hey. Let's just hide over here for a moment. Are you still there? Yep. Okay. You just gonna wander off eventually? I think so. This is a nice corner. I'm rather fond of it. You're not going to move. Yes, yes. It's still there. Fine. You're not moving? Oh, it's wandering off now. Okay. Whoa, sluggish. Daniel. He's having a moment. Dot dot dot. Damn tinnitus. Exactly. Ah. It's too many rock concerts. I can't remember whether that's like... I can't remember. I can't remember whether that can attack you there or not. The other time we saw one upstairs, I'm pretty sure it can't. Even if you run towards it, you don't get to it fast enough. And it disappears anyway. That one, I don't think it can hurt you either. Because it wanders off as soon as you get to it, but maybe if you stare at it too long, it actually becomes real. I'm not too sure. Whatever. Anyway. Yeah, our sanity's better now than it was. First it was just showcasing very low sanity. Or permit. Yay. Okay, let's go back up the stairs. This is one of the games that's on your nope list. I've said before, I'm not usually one for horror games, but this is one which I bought when it came out. It's more because it's not got, like, jump scares in it. It's a lot more slow build of atmosphere, which I find more agreeable. Ow! Damn it. Than just, you know, scary thing suddenly in your face and really loud noises. So, I find it more agreeable in that form. I said before I might not get spooked by the game. But, you know, it's been a while since I played it. I don't know. I'm familiar with it. I know broadly what's going to happen, so... eh. Oh, right. We have to go into the laboratory, don't we? Isn't it that way? Yeah, I have to climb over the goop. The jam. There we go. That bit doesn't hurt me. There's an achievement called Nope 2. You just have to quit the game as soon as you start, and next time you play, you get it. After enduring 3 days in LGS... oh, I didn't read that. Damn it! Oh well. I'm pretty sure I played through this fully first time I played it, or the first time I got it. It does get quite spooky later on. And it maintains the scariness because you never get a weapon, so you can't defend yourself, which is good for a game like this. Okay, let's start mixing some chemicals. Stop this. 4 different chemicals that need to continue. I do not have them. Do. Right, put that there. Put that there. Put that there. Calm down. And the ornament. There we go. They're so colorful. Turn on the burners first. Okay. Do a circular motion. Oh, right, I need a jar at the end to collect it, don't I? There we go. We have our pot of acid. Well, I am kind of thirsty. It's filled with acid. You can tell because it's glowing green. Oh, damn it, the stairs are out. The stairs have collapsed. Find a way to climb back up. Okay. You can just jump. You have to stack boards. Barrels. Come on. Sit. There we go. Up. Up. Aha! I remember trying to build like... It became impossible to avoid. The commotion in the streets begged for his attention. As he opened the shutters, the French soldiers opened fire on the two young men fighting back. Their voices were silenced in a haze of gun smoke. I remember trying to like build a really nice bridge to get up there. Oh! More goop. Okay. We slammed the door in our face again. Ah. The doors do open with different weights. This one's like really light. Some of the other ones are a lot heavier. And we splash this with the acid. There we go. We can get through to the refinery. The cloth smelled of desert and damp musk. The pieces lay scrambled on top. Too many of them, he thought. Or perhaps too few. Okay.
It sure is dark in here.
Yes, and there's a good reason for it. But you can light the lamp now if you wish.
What's the reason? For the darkness, that is.
Stay close. Be careful not to stray.
What's the reason? Why is it so dark?
Pay attention, Daniel. It's important that you keep going straight and make sure not to stray.
Okay. It's being very mysterious. I don't think we can actually stray around here. How's our sanity going? Crystal clear. We're perfectly fine. Except for being stuck in a spooky mansion. Castle. I don't know whether the game gives you that hint when there is actually a monster around, or whether it just sort of says that to like keep you on edge. Ah, okay. So there is one around here, I'm guessing. Or maybe that was just another hallucination. Or temporary spawn. Though the music hasn't stopped, so I'm guessing it's still around. It's like apples on the floor. What are we doing here? Close door. I think Daniel's muttering to himself. Okay, let's sit in the... right next to the candle. Okay. Some laudanum. Doors just opening by themselves. What is this?
22nd of June, 1839.
Did I miss one?
It's been more than a month since my last entry. After the event inside the underground chamber in Algeria, Professor Herbert insisted I return to England. He said he didn't want to risk forfeiting the entire expedition lest I took a turn for the worse. An excessive decision, in retrospect. But I'm glad it turned out that way. I found my journal this morning in the haphazard collection of things brought home from Africa. Next to it lay the broken stone orb wrapped in cloth. I tried to assemble it, but couldn't. The pieces wouldn't fit together, as if they weren't from the same object. Could I have imagined it all? Was there ever a complete orb?
I think we missed one. Unless we do get it a bit later. The continuation of him being stuck in the tomb. Talks about finding the orb. Yeah, well. Okay. What about in here? It's blocked from the other side. The door leading to the back room is blocked off. Find another way in. Okay. There's a way. You better? No, you're not really. How much oil have we got? We really don't need that. No. Let's just sit in the light for a moment till Daniel's feeling a bit better. Because everything's all really sluggish at the moment. I think it will recover on its own. A little bit anyway. Our sanity, that is. Or maybe not. There is a puzzle right here we can solve. Okay, there's a winch. It's stuck. Something is clogging the crank and pulley contraption. And this box. Oh, I can't grab that box. There's some tinder box. Just light another torch. Okay, I think he's feeling a bit better now. Or not. Let's make this place nice and bright. There we go. Well, at least it's not as blurry as it was before, since we're standing in the light. Box. Come. Get. There we go. Okay. I think. There we go. We'll open this. Go down here. Oof. And more goop. Ow! Damn it. It doesn't like being called goop. Cellar archives. He crashed through the surface. The dark Atlantic water smothered him as he struggled to make sense of the situation. Oh. Oh, it's this bit. Okay. We're already up to here. Did I miss more stuff? What do we have to learn about this now? I missed a bit more. Oh well. There's a thingy in the water. And we have to stay away from it. Remember this part from watching a playthrough? The Let's Play? Yeah. I can't remember what this thing's called. Karnak or something like that? There's actually a very similar monster in Spooky's House of Jump Scares. Except it's handled a bit differently in that, but the concept's the same. It's a pull this lever. Okay, so this is timed. Can't be very big with 15 centimeters of water. Well. We'll just wait for this to reset. There we go. Yeah, we can like lure it by chucking stuff in the water. Where are you going? It's having a moment. It's trying to go through the bookshelf. Okay. Up. Up. There we go. And I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be the same one. It appears from the other side. You see where Valve got the idea with Jeff from, throwing stuff to distract it? Yeah, what this is supposed to be, I think it's described as some kind of like water demon. It's like this invisible thing which lives in the water, which attacks you if you step into the water. The idea is that you have to stay out of the water, otherwise it will chomp you. And we have these bits of body, like this is a leg or something we can throw into the water to distract it. So, I did like that Jeff section from Half-Life Alyx. That was really well done from what I saw. Nom 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 nom. That is eating that. We can run over here. And once he's done with it, or once it's done with it, what we have to do now is, there's a crank there, which we have to turn. Yeah, boy. Do you feel like an arm? And? I can't. Okay. Looks like you're going to get another leg. Okay, once he starts knobbing on that. Okay, open that, run through. And I don't think you can stop it with doors. Pick up a hollow needle. Be useful. Yeah, just... It's locked with a simple lock. Okay. Let's use our hollow needle. And open the door. Do we have to run from it now? Something large brushed against his leg and he felt himself being dragged along by the current of the beast. He pushed himself above the surface. Help! He cried as the ocean swallowed him again. It's a game which I'd rather like to look at, but I never ever played, and that's Subnautica. Can't say I have too much of a fear of the deep ocean. Or drowning. But I did like the look of that game. Daniel has to have a lot of strength to be able to open these doors so easily while they're like half in water. He felt himself being hoisted out in the ocean. The lacquered hull of SS Hortensia glittered in the soothing warm yellow light of a setting sun. He turned his head to the calm ocean reaching toward the coast of Portugal and thought, is this another dream? Subnautica was awesome. You finished the story. I did like what I saw. I might need to turn down Amnesia a bit. It's kind of overpowering my voice. Okay. Thanks for that. Just turn it down a bit. I don't know. Maybe about there. Don't tell me I need to restart the game for the sound. I shouldn't. The music is just really loud. The actual sound effects is fine. Yeah, it's like I don't think I can change the sound, the loudness of specifically just the music. So it's sort of all or nothing, which is unfortunate. Ooh, door opens, and we're in a peaceful place. We won't get attacked here. And there's this weird fountain, which is equal parts disturbing and very interesting. It's got a baby face attached, like a centipede or something like that. Anyway. No mementos. We have no notes. What's down here? Actually, let's go check that door. What's over here? Oh, right.
You have an ascending room. Will it take us to the inner sanctum?
It will definitely take care of the vertical part of our journey. So, you have ridden an elevator before?
Yes, the Colosseum at Regent's Park has one. It takes you to the gallery where you can view the panorama.
Good. This ride might be a little longer, and in the other direction.
I like the sort of detail and idea that something like an elevator is a novelty. It's not working. Find a way to start the engine that powers the elevator. Okay. There's more roses here. Apparently we came from this direction then. Machine room. It's locked. Find a key that unlocks the door leading to the machine room. Okay. More eagles everywhere. It's nice calming music after everything we've gone through so far. Ooh, there's a chest over here. Let's get that. I was running out of oil. Do I want to move on to the next bit, or should we call it there for tonight for this? I can't remember how many parts the game is sort of divided into. There's like 4, maybe 5 parts? Or like broadly chapters? For what I remember. Because now our goal is to do that. So it's sort of divided into like overall goal, complete it with smaller tasks. Guest room. Study. Yeah, you know what? I think I'll leave it there for tonight. It's a pretty good spot to leave it. Ugh. Even though I kind of feel like we've rushed through things. I'm so familiar with the beginning of it. Fun game. I do like it. It's got it does things well. The atmosphere, building up the suspense. And we still haven't even... You think it's like 6 to 7? Okay. Because a lot of the places sort of... I think have blended themselves together in my head. Let's see. There's the guest rooms here. And then after this bit, there's... I remember what's after this. Prisons at some point. Anyway. Ugh. as I was saying, I think the game does things quite well. The atmosphere, and even though I think this is something I'm not too sure on. I don't know whether we could have actually been killed by one of the monsters so far. We could definitely be killed by the water monster. But as for the others, I don't actually remember. Maybe the one in the I'm just going to look up. Okay. Okay. Right. So apparently the refinery is the first place you can have your first dangerous encounter with a gatherer. Although it disappears very quickly, it's easy to hide from. So, yeah. They also appeared in the archives and the wine cellar, although those are purely cinematic encounters. So yes, the archives, we saw one sort of go into a corridor and it disappeared once we walked towards it. Or once we looked down the corridor, it turned out there was nothing there. And the wine cellar, we saw one standing at the end of the hallway there, but as we moved towards it, it wandered off. I'm pretty sure if you run towards it, it would just do the same and end up disappearing. Or you collapse on the floor or something like that. Scripted sequence. But yeah, after this bit now. Going to be in dangerous areas. Anyway. Just interesting how things work in the background. We'll continue with Amnesia next time.